Hello everyone, Carlos here for keyboard shortcut number 25, which is gonna be about control one quote or control quote simple quote. Okay, I'm not sure really how what's the name in English, but pretty much is for doing this. Okay, say for example we complete this formula that we left on the previous tutorial and we do Control D to fill it down. Say for example that you wanted to sort of play around with it, but you wanted to copy it really fast. So what your keyboard shortcut is gonna be Control right here, this one. Oh, sorry. This one right here. For this keyboard shortcut layout is actually, I don't know why it's an English keyboard shortcut, but for example, the keyboard shortcut is actually Control one quote. So you do that and actually it copies what's inside the cell above. So in the cell above has a formula, it will copy everything that is on the interior, okay? And that's kind of cool, but the only bad thing is that you have to play around with, once you have it in, for example, then you have to sort of get on edit mode, delete the parentheses and put it back again to sort of have the color, the ranges colored, okay? Which is important because visually you understand that, okay, these are the different parts. The colors really help you to visualize that you're dealing with different pieces of the arguments of this formula, which is containing an average if, and we are sort of reading the arguments of the function, average if. Now, I think it's a cool because now you can actually go and say Control Shift Home and select this whole thing and actually go right next to it and copy it. Okay. Oh, see, we select that. I'm gonna close it with the mouse so I don't take long, and we paste it. Okay. Once we paste it, now we sort of have it right next to it. See, because I work a lot with the Spanish keyboard, and now I'm working for this tutorial with the English keyboard, so that's why I get confused my two fingers between F1 and F2. But you can close it down with your keyboard. Check out the tutorial. Okay. Control Alt spacebar. So now here, now I can actually audit it and actually play around, maybe, enhance it. Of course, you can also do this. You can go to this cell value and actually just go inside with F2, Shift Control Home, copy this, Control C, and then get right next to it, F2, and do the same thing. I think it's the same, but now, okay, and before proceeding this, okay, with the agenda, okay, I think it's very cool for working with dynamic arrays, spill ranges, okay? This is why I included it, because pretty much I kind of sort of discover it while working with dynamic arrays, okay? When auditing Excel formulas, and probably I should have said Excel formulas with dynamic arrays. Why? Because for example, let's say we have a workbook like this one, for example, that has, this is something that I did with dynamic arrays with a connected scatter plot, okay? So for example, I'm gonna make it smaller here and put it right next to it. So you can see right here that you can see the average has is a dynamic array, because you can see that, for example, how it interacts. That sort of feature of that is new for Excel is telling me that that's a spill range, okay? But if right now I go right here and say Control simple quote, it actually copies the formula, which is right above it, because it's not. It's what's interesting here is you just see the formula here and call it. Okay, right, cool. Oh, there we go. Okay, see, the formula is actually living here on this cell, on cell 9, but for some reason this kind of shortcut actually grabs it all the way from here. So you can go right here and do Control simple quote, and that actually will grab the formula that is living right here on L9. So that's kind of neat, because now I can actually just do it again, okay? Control simple quote, and now I actually can do Shift Control Home. Oh, sorry, something happened there. So let me just do it fast. Let me do it again, sorry. So we go here, simple quote, then F2 to change on edit mode, Shift Control Home to select the whole thing. And now I can go to another place and do F2 and copy it. Of course, you can do it the other way as we did, of course you can. But then again, I find it that it's kind of cool that with spill range, you can go at the bottom of the spill range and do Control simple quote, and I will actually go and copy it what's at the beginning of the spill range, where actually the formula lives. So I think that's a cool trick. Maybe if you work with dynamic arrays, you might find this a bit interesting. I did, for example, and that's why I included it here, because sometimes to audit the formula or to copy it and maybe play around with it, maybe I want to enhance something, this is the way I copy formulas, okay? And now there's another comparison, which is Control Shift double quote, which is pretty much just saying to copy, and we can actually grab this and say we just want to copy, and I think it works like this. Let me see. I think it's double quotes. See, okay. See the add sign, but here again, it should be double quotes. I don't know, for some reason, it should work like Control Shift double quotes, and it just pretty much copies what's the result of the cell above. So pretty much above is a formula, okay, right here on this cell, but it's gonna actually copy you the result, not the formula. So that's the difference between double quotes, Control Shift double quote, which copies the value from the cell above, and Control simple quote, which actually copies the what's inside, what's interior, the formula. Okay. Now the only bad thing about this, and just to finish, is that you have to be on the cell below. It doesn't work with putting yourself on the right or left or on top and copy what's below. It doesn't work like that. It just works with copying what's on the cell above. So, all right, that's the only condition. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one, number 26. Thank you for watching.